Hello there, and welcome to Cityline. We are zooming from my kitchen into your home, and we have a great hour ahead of us. Later on, we'll be talking with HILLTOP artists. It's time for their December holiday glass blowing event. So Dr. Kimberly will be here to tell us all the do's and don'ts of how we get our hands on some precious, priceless blown glass. GREENTRIKE will be here, and we have their new communications manager here to talk with us, along with Jenny Greek, about some of the things that we can expect to see come down the pike in the next couple of months. The brand new executive director of the YWCA will be here to chat with us, and we get to know her. The Humane Society will be here with our Pet of the Week. And speaking of getting to know brand new people, today is the day on Cityline. We are joined by LYNN CARLOTTO, and LYNN is the general manager of Tacoma Theaters for ASM Global, and we're going to talk about holiday tree lighting. Welcome, LYNN.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Great to be here.
It's great to have you here, my dear. Well, first off, as I said, welcome to Tacoma. You are the new general manager for the treasured historic Tacoma theaters, including the beautiful Pantages, the stately Rialto, and of course, our intimate theater on the square. Tell us what's going on at all of those theaters, because it's the holiday season.
It sure is. And between now and the end of the year, we actually have 16 different performances. And, this is the time where we're so happy that we're able to welcome people back into the theaters. I think we've all been struggling with our inability to access live, and we all know there's nothing like being able to come out, enjoy a live performance, and support our incredible resident arts organizations in the process.
Absolutely. You've said it beautifully. You have been in Tacoma for about 2 weeks. I'm kind of garnering, give or take. It's hard to tell time with the rain and the fog. So tell us, what have you been doing at the theater since you've been here, besides hoping you don't get lost?
Frankly, my very first day, I took a in-depth tour, and all I could think of was, please don't leave me. I'll never find my way out. So yes, the construction from the early days is really incredible to go through. But bringing us up to modern times, yes, we are in the process of redoing our office space, hiring our staff. Actually, we do still have some positions available. So if any viewers are interested, to go onto the ASM Global website, and the portal will lead you there. Looking, of course, to hire local. We are all about the local Tacoma community and reflecting that not only in our programming, but also in the people that are working with us and for us.
I love that. Thank you for that. We all are aware of jobs and people trying to get back into the rhythm of going into the office. So I love that you are hiring here locally, because seasonal help, in my experience, is so much fun. And even if it's not seasonal help, you get thrown in at a time where you really get to test your muscle. So speaking of muscles, that tree, you're presenting a long-standing tradition in Tacoma, the holiday tree lighting. I remember when my daughter was little, I would take her down to this. This is in its 76th year. And no, I'm not that old, but tell us about the event.
We do have a lot of fun planned. We will have most of our resident arts organizations performing and adding a lot of their own talent and their own unique perspectives to the holiday season, which I just think couldn't be more perfect. In addition to that, we will have our special guests, our holiday special guests. I think the guy wears a red coat and is pretty well known all over the world. And I think this time he's bringing the little misses. So Mrs. Claus, we're going to have Mr. and Mrs. And of course, Mayor Woodards will be here and will be able to join us for the actual tree lighting. So, we're going to have a ton of fun. We're going to create a very holiday festive look. So you will be able to spot where we are when you approach the corner. That's all I can say.
That's all you can say. So, it's a massive holiday tree display. It rivals Westlake, downtown Seattle. It's that good. I actually think it's better, but don't tell Westlake I said that. So give us an idea. How does this come together? I mean, in the past, I've heard stories of going out and chopping down the tree and bringing it on a truck. I mean, and we've even known the pedigree of the tree.
Okay, so this year, the tree, because of my, shall we say, shorter amount of time in town, I can't tell you as much about the tree as perhaps there is to know. But I can tell you that it was beautifully installed. It was sitting in its location for maybe a week, and then it was festooned with all of the decorations. It is beautiful, full. It's a majestic tree, and frankly, I'm gonna miss it when the season is over.
Maybe we can keep it. That's become a thing in COVID where people keep their trees up and they just decorate for the next holiday coming up. So, hey, why not?
I think it preceded COVID too.
I think it did too. Last year, the holiday tree event was held virtually on television due to the pandemic. I watched it. Do you think people are ready to be in person, Lynn?
Excellent question. Some are, some aren't. Mm-hmm. And some people will, you can, of course, socially distanced and mask wearing is our requirement. Even within those parameters, there are people, understandably, that don't feel great about being in crowds. But you can be on the outskirts. You don't have to bring yourself right to the tree. You can still enjoy it. We're going to have, the music's going to be amplified outside. So, you're going to be able to enjoy this even if you're not in the lobby and you don't come in for to see Santa or to see any of the speeches up close and personal. There are also people who couldn't be more ready to be out there. I think as humanity has found, we all have different feelings about this, and the way it affects each person is not only individual, but I also think it can change by the day. And, I feel I feel that it's really important for us to remain incredibly compassionate and to extend that to all of our visitors. Someone may come down, they may feel great about coming down, they may get there, they may not feel great about it. They may move out to the edge, or they may not stay at all. And other people will come and say, oh my God, this is what I have missed for so long. And they will just get right as close as they can, of course, remaining, distance as necessary. But I think we're going to see everything, and it's totally unpredictable.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know that you have, as I said in the opening, been here for just a couple of weeks. But Lynn, what can you tell us about that day? Walk me through that day when it's going to be lit, like you have a GoPro on your head.
Okay, so we're starting at 5:00.
Good.
When people arrive, they will hear music. They will be beckoned to this beautiful corner where they will see plenty of lights in addition to the tree. We will have reading. Santa and Mrs. Claus will both be doing some readings. We have 3 books. One of them is a very funny take on the days of Christmas. Another one is The Firefly and the Fir Tree. And then, of course, the traditional Christmas books. We'll see how we do in terms of interaction with children. Sometimes you can just read right through these things. Other times there's going to be a lot of back and forth. So, it's going to be, it'll take on its own cadence based on the people that are there and the children and what the children want to see. And we will have our organizations performing. We'll have tables as well in the lobby with all of the organizations, the resident arts organizations, that is providing their season information and just general info about their events and the organization itself, so that people can get more involved, find out more about what we have on. We'll have, I'll of course be welcoming everyone. Of course, the mayor will do the same. Once it's time, we'll go outside with Santa and we will hit the virtual switch.
There we go. Count it down and hit the switch.
Exactly. I'm so glad you said that, because the countdown is a big, important part of this.
It's huge.
I know. And I forgot to mention that.
So, you know what? It's okay, because the countdown virtual is a virtual countdown, but when you are in person, and I go to watch the children and to watch them counting on their fingers when they're counting down, and just the magic in their eyes. So you can't say enough about the countdown.
No, it's so true. And truly, it's a shame that any of us have to face reality at some point in our youth and realize some things are more real than others.
Exactly. So Lynn, my last question for you is, as I think about the families that are going to be watching this and marking their calendar and getting their outfits ready, what safety measures should they be aware of that they are responsible for, but also that your organization has put into place?
Again, thank you for asking that. We are requiring everyone to, when you're coming into the Pantages lobby, you must wear a mask. We will have beverages and holiday cookies outside that are going to be created for us by Karina Bakery. So I know, I'm really excited about that too. The food and beverage needs to stay outside, where you can remove your mask and eat and drink without putting yourself or anyone at risk. Once you come into the lobby, there are lots of hand sanitizer stations. Mask on, keep your distance, keep your mask on, and respect those around you.
I love that. Lynn, remind us again of the date.
It is Saturday, November 27, the quickly arriving date. Also Small Business Saturday.
Yeah.
Right. And we do also have, there's multiple shopping events that are going on. I know that the Downtown Partnership has another event that begins on December 4th, I want to say, that unfortunately we weren't able to properly align with. But let's kick it off on the 27th. Let's get everybody coming downtown, shopping, eating, enjoying, and remembering what it's like to commune safely, because that's what we do. And that's what our hearts and our souls need.
That's a brochure in the making, what you just said. Lynn, it is so wonderful to meet you and to start this relationship with you. You and I are going to look back at this in 10 years and go, do you remember that first 2 weeks you were in Tacoma?
I feel so welcomed, and really, I feel like I've known you for a long time.
You have.
It's a wonderful meeting, and it's a wonderful kickoff, and I thank you for it.
You're more than welcome.